Country Diner. So good to have all you folks here and you folks watching. We're glad you're here. We're going to have a great show. You know, during the pandemic, everybody was stockpiling toilet paper, but not this guy. He stockpiled red dish rags. Yeah, don't want to run out. Here's Larry. See, right there it is.
Had to wash it every time I used it.
That's right. Don't want to run out.
You realize that right here, right now,
See,
in this facility...
I told you he stockpiled. Yeah, Renee.
Right here, right now in this facility, we have the mayor of Maury County.
Really?
Right there, Andy Ogle.
Well, how about that? Hey, listen, I got a parking ticket this morning. Could you help me out? I'll call you.
Call me.
Call me.
Andy was one of the ones that I saw on news. There's say, open it up for business.
Uh-huh.
Tired of all this shutting down stuff, man. I applaud you.
Good man.
All right,
Don't lick
promise.
your finger.
What?
Don't lick your finger in front of him. Larry.
Father God, I am so thankful to be one of your children. May I always bring glory to your name. Now, that's not a scripture. Oh, scripture's on the other side. It says, Revelations 21:7. Revelations.
I didn't
Are
think
we
you liked
living in the time of Revelations or what? He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. I'll take that.
I like that. I like that.
That's good. Well, there he goes. It closes. All right. Hey, we have McAnally with us.
One of my favorites. Absolute favorites.
He's a lot of people's favorites.
Oh.
Tim right back here. Tim Atwood and Roxanne.
Uh-huh.
When Tim knew that Mac was going to be on the show, he said, I want to come.
Yeah. Oh, we were back there before the show swapping McAnally lyrics. We know all of them. Yeah.
Tim is a marvelous piano player and performer himself.
Mm-hmm. I've got about 6 carloads of fans, but they're real serious. And 4 of them are here, apparently. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's just start off with a song. Heck with this. Can we do that?
Mike, sure. I don't see why not. This was written on a Christmas morning. I was sitting awake thinking about my children and how much I love family and my family back in Mississippi as it going backward and my kids going forward. And I got a nice clear picture of the family, and I wrote this song. It just fell out of my mouth. Pretty easy to write. Sat on one of my unintentional collector's item CDs for about 20 years. And I got a telephone call from my buddy Kenny Chesney, and I'm just name dropping right at the top of the show, if that's okay.
Go for it.
I appreciate the privilege. And Kenny says, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I said, "Well, nothing, because I'm honest like that." And he said, "Can you come over to the studio?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I can. What are we going to do?" And Kenny said, "We're going to cut one of your songs, and I don't care which one."
Wow.
And I've been a songwriter for a long time, and nobody ever said that to me, and that's pretty special. So I go over to the studio the next day, and Kenny says, "What do you want to sing, Mac? I know a whole bunch of your songs." And I said, "It don't matter to me, Kenny. I know a whole bunch of my songs, too." He said, "Well, I don't have any children yet, but if and when I do, I would love to tell my kids what you said to your kids in that song, Down the Road. Let's do that. And you sing the second verse, and we'll make it a duet and see how that goes."
Wow.
And we played it about 3 times in the studio. 45 minutes later, it was just me and him and Eric Darkin, just no big band, no production. And I'm backing out an hour later thinking to myself, you know, that sounded pretty good. I think if it didn't have me on it, it might be a hit. And,
So you want Tim and I to sing with you?
yeah, I'll just chime right in. Yeah, that's But it turns out I underestimated the star power of Kenny. He was able to drag me all the way up the charts, kind of like an ankle weight or something. And we had a #1, and we got a Grammy nomination, and all kinds of good things came from it. But my favorite thing about this song is still what it felt like Christmas morning right before the sun came up, thinking about my family and knowing exactly what that means. It's called Down the Road. When I was a boy, 4
houses down from me was a family with an only child, and she was the only girl in this old world that could make me smile. Down the road, I made up reasons to go down the road. Somewhere inside of me, there was something she took a liking to, and I asked her to marry me. She said she really wanted to. Down the road, see what life's gonna hold. Down the road, her mama wants to know, am I washed in the blood or just in the water? Her daddy wants to know that I make enough to take his daughter. Down the road, before he can let her go. Down the road, now down the street from here, there's an engineer with an only son, and our baby girl says she believes that he is the only one. Down the road, her mama wants to know, is he washed in the blood or just in the water? And I want to know that he makes enough to take my daughter. Down the road, when it comes time to go. Down the road, down the road, you know I wanna help her go. Down the road, down, down, down that road, down, down, down that road.
Ooh, down the road.
Yeah.
Thank y'all much. Appreciate Kenny on that one.
McAnally, we're going to come back and do some more in just a minute.
Larry's Country Diner will return. Nadine's. Mac, you haven't met Nadine yet, have you? Ooh, this is going to be good. Stay with us. And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. Mac, I see you have the special today. McAnally's Back Where I Come From. Fried chicken served with hot biscuits, mashed potatoes, green beans. Eat this and you'll be writing hit songs before you know it. There's Larry.
That's good, Keith.
Thank you.
That's good. Where is that? What? Oh, I hear that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Here comes trouble.
Mac, you're in trouble now. Here's that McAnally.
Hey, Mr. Mac.
How's
Good
it
to have
going?
you here. Is there an instrument you don't play?
There's certain ones that they try to keep away from me.
I was reading about you, I said, like 4 pages of instruments. I said, well, this guy's way beyond me, huh?
Yeah, he wins
I was gonna
CMA
ask-
awards for
I
it.
was going to ask him this in a minute, but how does a boy from Red Bay, Alabama, who grew up in the Belmont First Baptist Church in Belmont, Mississippi,
Oh, he's a good boy.
who then became a musician in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and now is the band leader for Jimmy Buffett's choral Reefer band.
That
How
sounds...
in this world does all that tie together?
Well, you got to sit your bookends pretty far apart to get all of that in there.
I want to know how the church feels about you doing Margaritaville all night.
Well, he's a Baptist.
They still let me come and go. You know. But what I learned from going, I played in church until I was 13, and starting at 13, I played at the Tennessee State Line Honky Tonks, where you had to go to be and I was
Missionary.
underage, and it surprised me the degree to which I was playing to the same crowd.
You just didn't recognize them.
yeah.
They didn't recognize you. Huh?
That's right. Them Baptists just don't recognize you at the liquor store, right? Yeah.
Nadine, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just wanted to.
Oh, that's all right. That's just the way it goes all the time. Now, did you have a good weekend?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this.
You know, when somebody asks me what I did over the weekend, it always bothers me a little bit. I always sort of look at them and go, what'd you hear? But I hadn't had any energy. I'm like a sloth on Xanax. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yep.
Y'all see my motivation wandering around here, send it back to me because I got a lot of stuff I need to do. Me and Homer got in a big fuss this morning.
Uh-oh.
He picked up a hitchhiker yesterday.
Oh, boy.
And I told him, I said, for Pete's sake.
What was her name?
What name? I told him, I said, for Pete's sake. And he said, you know, wonder why we say Pete and why we do things for his sake. Yeah. I said, don't change the subject with me. Why did you pick up his hitchhiker? I said, you know, old people don't do that. And he said, well, he was a nice guy. He said, when he got in the car, he said, how pick me up? How do you know I'm not a serial killer? Excuse me. And he said, how come you don't think I'm a serial killer? And Nadine said, Excuse me. I need some Pepto-Bismol. Y'all got any? He said,
It was you.
where was I?
I don't know. You were picking up a hitchhiker with.
He picked up a hitchhiker,
yeah.
and the hitchhiker told him, he said, how come you pick me up? Because I could be a serial killer. And Homer said, I thought real fast. And he said, I looked at him and said, well, it'd be a little coincidental to have two of them in the same car. He said he was quiet all the way home, all the way back.
That's good.
Yeah, he was.
Good answer.
That's funny.
But, yeah, poor judgment's been his co-pilot for a long time. Don't say it. Don't, yeah, all right. Yeah, do y'all ever go, you know, when you get in bed at night, you go straight to sleep, and then 2 hours later, you just wake up wide awake?
That happens.
I do it all the time. I did it last night. And then your brain says, well, let's look at these unresolved issues that you've had over the last 40 years, and what you should have said, and what you didn't say, and what you didn't do, and so I just sit there. The only thing I do is I pray for everybody. I just start praying because, you know, if you pray, the devil's going to put you to sleep. And I just go right back out again. But that's it. That's it. That's all you get.
And the church sign's going up, right?
Church sign's going to say the only time you should look down on someone is when you're helping them up.
Oh, that's good.
That's
I like
good.
that.
Hey, when is that sign going digital? I see all these digital.
Honey, it
signs.
ain't ever going digital.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just wondered.
We ain't going digital.
She's still trying to learn how to program that computer at the church.
Putting up those big letters.
I'm still trying to learn how to use my phone.
Well, we are delighted to have with us McAnally.
We sure are.
I don't know if you probably know this, but it's my understanding that the singer of Margaritaville,
Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, that guy.
that guy, grew up in Mobile, Alabama,
He did.
went to McGill High School, which is an all-boys Catholic school.
That's right. He was an altar boy.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Margaritaville lives on.
That's right. Yeah. He's a great. It's like second family. His whole organization is wonderful people, and he took me under his wing. I'm such a bashful guy. I would have never. It took like 7 Old Testament miracles daisy chained together for me to ever get a record deal.
He needs to write your material, Nadine.
But Jimmy heard my first record and wrote me a little note and said, we're both from Mississippi and Alabama. We both straddled those state lines there, and we're both storytellers, and we're going to be friends. And
Wow.
you know, as everybody in the room knows, not all folks in show business mean what they say, but he is one that does, and I'm awfully grateful to get to ride around the world with him and draft off of him in the NASCAR sense of drafting. Because
Without the rebel flag.
Yeah.
without the rebel flag today, yeah, that's it.
Well, man, it's good to have you.
It's good to be here. Thank y'all for allowing me in.
I've heard about you forever. So, we get another song out of you?
Well, sure. I decided this is a song I've never played in front of people. I just am releasing a new record called Once in a Lifetime, and
Well, if you need to turn around, then you can play by.
that's right. It won't be.
Wouldn't play in front of them.
Well, I'm in the middle of Nadine's story now, and I may forget 3/4 of this song, but I made a commitment to try. I was a big fan of Roger Miller's growing up. Everything he did, and I think this is sort of my attempt to write a Roger Miller-ish song. So I can't hold up to his standards, but that was the idea behind this. This is called "That's Why They Call It Falling."
Face down, like I'm drunk, but I am sober. Coming round to the notion that it's over. Put my optimistic nature to the test. I keep on hoping for the best. Yes, I do. And that's why they call it falling. It's my calling. I go all in every time. And the sound a heart makes breaking marks the things that get mistaken for a sign. I'm a sucker for the feeling. Every new love is that true love so divine. And the fact we try again, even when we end up on the floor and crawling. Well, that's why they call it falling. Fat chance. Life is short and getting faster. Last dance. It's already danced unless you ask her. But the tiniest of reasons to believe lights me up like Christmas Eve. Yes, it does. And that's why they call it falling. It's my calling. I go all in every time. And the sound a heart makes breaking marks the things that get mistaken for a sign. I'm a sucker for the feeling. Every new love is that true love so divine. And the fact we try again, even when we end up on the floor and crawling. Well, that's why they call it falling. Yeah, the fact we try again, even when we end up on the floor and crawling. Well, that's why they call it falling.
Oh, yeah.
Brand new in there.
A guy named Chuck Woolery, who used to do Love Connection.
Right,
Yeah.
game show, right?
Yeah. He was originally with a group that traveled for Youth for Christ, and he moved here to Nashville with a guy named Bubba Fowler. And Chuck, I had breakfast with him one time in Los Angeles, and he was talking about Roger Miller.
Right.
There was a group of them used to always have breakfast together. Kenny Rogers was there, Chuck Woolery, Roger, and Roger would tell these off the top of his head things that were just hilariously funny. He would write them down. Next week, he would come back and use the same lines on Roger, and Roger would laugh like crazy because he had never heard it before.
A little ADD going on there.
Roger was a fountain of comedy, though. He was nonstop. He was something else.
Man, I've been a fan of his forever.
Absolutely.
I think I have everything that I went looking for all of his stuff and just found it and put it on my iPad because I loved his sense of humor. Loved it. Let's get out of here. We'll be right back.
If I could be serious for just one moment.
Why?
Roger Miller taught me 2 great lessons in life. Listen closely. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd, and you can't take a shower in a parakeet cage. Think about it. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. I don't know what's going on, but my wife and your wife are disturbed about your collar. Have we got it yet? Okay. All right. There's Larry, by the way.
I am, by the way.
It looks good.
I thought there was. I asked Renee, the waitress.
Yeah.
She came over and smeared it with chocolate pie.
I did.
You got another song, Mac?
Well, yeah, Keith pulled up a request for this
Oh,
one.
I love this song.
Yeah, this one's about 20 years too old to be an oldie but goodie.
You were 16
I was
when you
16
wrote
when I
this?
wrote this song, a long time ago. And I have to say, since we mentioned Jimmy Capps, he's a hero of mine. I never would have gotten to sit in the chairs and win the awards that I won without learning a little bit about how great he was at what he did. He set the bar way above I'm ever going to reach, but he's a nice mark to aspire toward. What a fine player Jimmy was. This song, I was sitting around after I played a gig late a Saturday night, and I'd played in Corinth, Mississippi, and just picked up a guitar and played this song. It just fell out of my mouth. It was written in the amount of time it takes to play. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm grateful that Keith remembers something that happened that long ago. That's impressive. The song is called "It's a Crazy World," and 2020 seems like a pretty good time to pull it out.
Betcha.
Thank you, Keith. Yeah.
Younger men don't seem to need a purpose. They just stand and fight for anybody's cause. And older men see living as a circus. The ones who stand up for the longest need applause from the young ones who proclaim to have the answers to the questions no one ever asked before. And they cheer and have parades, but when it's over, they don't claim to know the answers anymore. And it's a crazy world, but I live here. And if you can hear me singing, so do you. And I'm turning out my nightlight, feeling satisfied. There's nothing any one of us can do. No, there's nothing any one of us can do. Well, babies cry all day sometimes for nothing. And I have cried all day for not much more. And it ain't easy when you hate the things you're loving, and you wonder what or maybe who you're loving for. And girls seem to think that they're the chosen ones. I was 16. And women choose to let well enough alone. It's their business till you stick your nose in once, Larry, and then you've got yourself some problems of your own.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a crazy world, but I live here. And if you can hear me singing, so do you. And I'm turning out my nightlight, feeling satisfied that there's nothing any one of us can do. No, there's nothing any one of us can do.
Yeah! Man!
A little memory test there from way back in the past. Thank you.
16 years old.
Incredible. I wish stuff like that would fall out of my mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get out of here for a minute.
Makes it look so easy. We'll be back in just a moment. Lay's Country Diner. Stay with us. Oh, still thinking about what a crazy world it is. Here's Larry.
Thank you. We are so delighted, Mac, that you chose to spend this time with us.
It's my privilege. Thank you, Larry.
Boy, I tell you, it's been our privilege to have you here. Can you take us out on another song?
Well, sure. I make a lot of fun of where I come from in Mississippi. My little hometown had 900 people when I was born there. One traffic light, one wild girl, one yellow page. Traffic light's gone. The girl's still there in pretty good spirits considering. But fact of the matter is, I'm actually really proud of back where I come from. Thank y'all again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Into town where I was raised, the clock ticks and the cattle graze. Time passed with amazing grace, back where I come from. You could lie on the riverbank, or paint your name on the water tank, or miscount all the beers you drank, back where I come from. Yeah, back where I come from, where I'll be when it's said and done. And I'm as proud as anyone, and that's where I come from. We learned in Sunday school who made the sun shine through. I know who made the moon shine too, back where I come from. Blue eyes on a Saturday night, tan legs in the broad daylight. TVs, they were black and white, back where I come from. Yeah, back where I come from, where I'll be when it's said and done. And I'm as proud as anyone, and that's where I come from. Some say it's a backward place, narrow minds on the narrow way, but I make it a point to say that's where I come from. Yeah, that's where I come from, where I'll be when it's said and done. And I'm as proud as anyone, and that's where I come from. And back where I come from, I'm an old Mississippian, and I'm as proud as anyone, and that's where I come from. That's where I come from. That's where I come from.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. McAnally. I love it.
Thank you.
Well, you came on a good day, Mac. We're in our new facility here at the Larry's Country Diner, and we have the mayor of the county, Maury County, right there. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for coming. Everybody, thanks for showing up.
I
Get
think
us
it's
outta
time
here.
for us to go back where we came from.
Let's go.
Larry's Country Diner, where the cameras are always rolling and we don't